guys and girls, welcome to Explorer.com. In this video, I'll be discussing about variables used in PHP. So let's see what it is. In this session, we'll be discussing about what are variables, how to create variables, and how to use that variables in real time. Okay. First, discussing about variables. Variables are the the containers which stores the information. Okay, variables act as a containers which stores the information which you embed in it. Suppose in some variable named as my first name. In my first name, suppose I store the information as explore all. So in my variable first name, my information that is explore all will be stored. So where these variables are stored? These variables are stored in the memory location. Okay, whenever you write a program, it is going to be allocated the memory, right? So in that, it creates a spot in the memory location, and that variable name stores your value. Let's see how to create a variable. So here, I'll just remove this. Here I have a HTML. I wrote a HTML tags here, okay, and I name my PHP file as variables.php. And first, in order to start your PHP program, as I told, you have to start with PHP tag, right? So after this, whatever code I want, I will be writing in between these tags. So variables in PHP always start with dollar symbol, and let me take first name. Okay, this is my variable. Whatever variable, I'll be starting with a dollar symbol, and after dollar symbol you can just give underscore. Okay, that is the good practice I recommend, which I recommend. And you are not able to you are not allowed to create after dollar symbol. You are not allowed to name numbers like this, okay, 4 3 2 5 like that. You are not allowed to do that. And dollar first name, I'll be assigning with an assignment operator. Equal to is an assignment operator, and I'll be naming it as explore all. Okay, so this is going to be my first name. And now in a variable called first name, my information that is explore all is going to be stored. And how to output the variable to your browser? That is nothing but by using the print statement. Print, what is my variable name? First name, right? So I'll just save this file, and in my browser I'll be going to execute that. So see, I have got output as explore all, right? So, and second thing about variables are case sensitive. Suppose here I have another variable called capital first name is equal to, let us say, my sadhana. And now you just try to print these two variables, that is print dollar first name and here print dollar first name, print dollar capital first name. So I'll just save that again, and it is going to store the information. Okay, still storing, and now I'll be executing this. You see here, explore all sadhana. And here in the output, if you want the spaces between this, what you have to do? So for that, I'll be telling you to insert more print statements. This is one way of doing, but I don't recommend this to use, okay, because so much of memory will be lost in your times. Just see, you can just see a small space, right, compared to previous. Okay, So that's why I don't recommend this to use. I'll be explaining more about this. And now I'll be discussing about another example. Suppose you take that another variable called college name, your college, Sri Vidyaniketan, and suppose you take another variable called location, that is in Tirupati. Okay, and now I want to print a statement called Sri Vidyaniketan is in Tirupati. Okay, I want to print this statement in a single line. What I have to do, I'll just print dollar college and dollar location. Right, this is what I'm going to do, and I'll just save that, and I just bring that. See here, parse error, syntax error, unexpected t variable on line 9. So what's this error? Let's see on line 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So dollar location, so I have to just give this in two quotations. So see, Sri Vidyaniketan is in Tirupati. So previously I have got that mistake because I didn't declare in double quotes. Whenever you are using both variables, that is both variables you are using at a time, right? So in order to display in one string, you have to put the quotes here. Okay. Because why? Because if you do like that, if you just remove this quote, whenever it is going to render, it is going to place this one, this quotes and this quotes, so it will not be fine. So that's why we are going to put this in quotes. Okay, that is about the variables. And now suppose if you want the space in between those things, what you have to do is just give an concatenation symbol, that is operator, concatenate. So with this period, what you are doing, you are just concatenating the string here. Okay, that is what I am doing here. I am just with the period, I am just concatenating these both strings, and you just also give here like this period and like that. You don't need to put in quotes because we have separate strings and we are just concatenating, so I don't need to use the quotes in between this. You can just also remove this if you don't like. Okay, now just see how it is going to work. Yes, fine. So Sri Vidyaniketan is in Tirupati. I got that. Since I am using this period, I don't need to use the double quotes in my starting and ending location, because in between I am concatenating the both variables, that is Sri Vidyaniketan and is in Tirupati. That's why that is the use of periods. And why these quotations? These quotations are for space. If you want the space in between this, you can just make this like that. Okay. So that is how you use these variables in PHP. And as I told, variables are case sensitive, and this and how it is going to be used. And the third is, we have created variables. Now I told about variables, right? We have created variables, and finally is usage. So how you are going to use this variables? And whenever you store this variables in PHP and you want these variables in another PHP file, you can, if you want to bring, especially in forms, you will be using this. I want to take the variable, that is information from the user, and I want to store that user in a database, right? And whenever he is logging in, I have to cross check the database credentials. Okay, at that time these variables are used very much. Okay, so wherever you want that variables to be used, you can just name that variable and use that in that particular location. So that's about variables mates. And stay tuned with explorer.com. You have a lot to learn in front. So